So here we are again doing another beer review, a special Thanksgiving edition. Um, this one being Prairie Ale
Shit.
Standard.
Oh, you can't fucking.
You can't, right?
Fuck
It's a
no.
twist off. You can't twist this shit off. Oh wait, never mind. I guess I'm just too manly.
Let me see.
There you
Oh,
go.
I almost cut myself.
It's not bad. Maybe it has to do with I don't know, twist. I guess.
Yeah, it should be noted that we did have one right before this,
Yeah.
so
This was kind of
you're not gonna see our initial reaction to it.
yeah. It wasn't really. This was kind of like last minute. I'm not gonna drink my other cups though.
Oh yeah, it's pretty clear.
Yeah,
Smells
slight
like a
haze.
Smells like a cider, kind of
You know what's funny?
skunky a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's a little skunky. Kind of reminds me of a pilsner
Yeah.
almost, but spicier. I do smell like something other,
Yeah,
other
yeah.
than that. Can't really smell it from here. Well, actually, kind of good. You said it is a little appley, fruity. Well, I don't know about fruity, but it doesn't smell
fruit.
quite like a pilsner.
No, there's something else in there.
Yeah, there's a farmhouse ale, a hoppy farmhouse ale. So as far as I know, it's farmhouses tend to be a little sour. And you kind of do get that.
This is very bright,
Yeah,
very sour-ish.
yeah, it's not super sour. I think it's
Hoppy.
manageable. It's 5.2. Yeah, 5.2.
There's that definite bite in the front.
It
Fish is pretty clean.
I kind of get more of the spice notes in this. This is really the spice is really more what I taste, or maybe just what I like better in this. How much did you pay for this?
This was, I think it was marked for 16 or 17 and change for a 6-pack. But I got it for Mickey's
They
with
still
the
got their sale.
25% off. So let's say 18. So I got it for $13.50. Not bad.
But we had discussed a little bit earlier. We were like, if I asked Eric, I was like, "Do you think it's worth it?" It is a very expensive 6-pack.
Yeah. I mean, we
It's
paid
up
like
there. It's up
we
there.
paid like that same price for 4-packs. And
Yes.
like $15 for 4-packs.
But normally 4-packs tend to be, of the imperial or double kind,
Right.
which
Yeah,
tend to
yeah.
be kind of worth it in the long run.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not,
This is really good.
yeah,
It seems more like a pilsner than an ale. It's very easy to drink.
very sessionable. Definitely, could drink a 6-pack of this.
5.2 shows you how to
Easy.
noodle, which I think is pretty funny.
Isn't it the other way? Oh yeah, it's both ways.
That's what she said.
But but yeah, no, I think Eric had mentioned that it's kind of barely worth it. Maybe I don't know.
This almost tastes like a lemon wheat beer, kind of. Not as thick though, because orange, which is like Blue Moon, tends to be orangier. And this tastes like a lemony kind of.
This reminds, yeah, I was gonna say this reminds.
Not
me
as
of a
thick,
half.
though.
Yeah, this kind of does remind me of a half, like a spicy half, a sour, spicier half. A half in the sense that it does taste a little weedy, a
Yeah.
little like it is
Earthy.
very sessionable, which is good, if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this.
I guess it's kind of like pilsner-y.
Pilsner, and that's kind of like what begs the question is like, are you gonna really pay about $17 for a 6-pack of pilsners?
I definitely would have been upset paying full regular price for this.
Yeah,
But I mean, you gotta knock them out. So
yeah. Plus, it's Prairie.
I mean-
it is good.
who says? I mean, at least around here, no one says, "Oh, I've had the Prairie standard ale." No one has this. No one's willing to pay. Also,
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of true. Well, what's funny too is that in talking about where you buy these things, one of the things that we kind of forgot to mention, or that I've been meaning to talk, about a while ago, is just your favorite joint. What makes it a good place to go? Buy your beer. Personally, at least for me, it's I don't mind going to a hole in the wall place. Maybe it's not so clean, but as long as the people are kind of show some enthusiasm with the type, them selling craft beer. Because the one thing I hate is going to a liquor store and someone comes up, or the cashier and makes a maybe a little jab that I'm buying an expensive beer. He's like, $5 for that beer, or $8 for that beer. It's like, what the hell? And it's like, you're selling this, dude. It's like, why are you, you know, so surprised, And it's a little more, I don't know, welcoming to me when the person who's working at the liquor store does have some sort of passion to, drink craft beer.
Yeah.
And then you don't feel like you're justifying yourself to someone, because that's happened to me before. People, I don't know why, strangers tend to talk to me whenever I buy beer sometimes, but it's always good to go to a place. At least for me, I don't care where the place is, or if it's. I mean, obviously, if it's clean, that's always good, But if it was a dirty hole in the wall, as long as they have good, beer selection, pretty good prices, and someone that knows about beer, then that's always a plus to me. I'll always usually go to that place than some other place. That it's the opposite where they don't know anything about it. So I don't know.
I've actually had. What I don't like is I don't really have that happen to me, but where the people who work there think you don't know anything.
Oh,
They're like
they're a little too snobby or something.
no, not snobby, but they're like, oh, what do you like? You like, oh, you like IPAs? Well, and then they're like, oh, we have a Stone IPA, and like,
Oh, they start you
like,
off with all the,
yeah, I'm
like,
like,
the starter
come
stuff.
on, I've been doing this shit for a fucking long time. So, but I don't like that they automatically assume that you don't know anything. Like, oh, this
That's
is a
true.
porter,
Yeah.
and this, and what do you, and like, come on, get out of here.
Yeah. I've had some people.
Like, I don't need someone to help me choose what I want. I'm picky because I want to be picky.
Yeah, and it's
And
funny
I need
because
something that grabs my attention.
for me, usually the guy that comes up and he's like, "Hey, what are you looking for? Maybe I could help you out." And I've kind of have bitten, that bait sometimes, and most times they usually offer me something I've already tasted before.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to be like that dude who's like too picky or something, or and I usually tell them, "Oh yeah, well, that's good too. I've had that and all this stuff." And sometimes it's just let me be almost,
Yeah.
just let me look at what you have. I mean, it's always good to hear suggestions because that's how I got turned on to the Lagunitas Imperial Stout, which is really good. It was a suggestion from the guy that was working there, and he said it was one of his favorites, and it actually has become one of mine too. So that was good. But out of the times that that's happened versus the times that they suggested something I've already had or whatever, it's only happened like maybe once or twice. So it's I don't know. It's good when they're friendly, but maybe not overbearingly friendly or maybe too snobby. Because sometimes
It hasn't really happened too much, but it has happened for sure.
I like the spots where I go. It's nice.
Or
But,
tip.
yeah. So, anyways,
What do you give
2
this?
cents. You know what? This is like a 6-7 to me.
Really?
It's not. I mean, it tastes good, but this to me tastes pretty much like if a pilsner and a hef kind of had a baby. That's kind of what it tastes like to me. It's good. It is spicy. It is drinkable. It's not bad, but I mean, like it just tastes like too much of a hybrid. I'd rather just drink a straight hef or just
Something
drink.
more traditional.
Yeah, and it's just it's all right. It's not bad. I like it. I'm glad you got it.
Yeah.
Because you can check it off that list. Because
Yeah.
you've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah, I've been eyeing it for quite
for a
few-
long time.
for-
And we
a
never
long
seem to
time.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you got it though.
I don't know. It could be a plus or a minus. Traditional sometimes has to be a little boring and predictable, and I feel Prairie is trying to push boundaries a little bit and see what is possible. It doesn't feel like an ale. It feels more like a pilsner. But I mean, who's to say what should be normal? Whatever. So I appreciate what they're doing. I can
Yeah.
understand it, and I'm gonna give it a 7 or an 8, one of the two. It was good. It's definitely not like anything I've ever had. which is saying a lot because I probably had more than 200-300 beers or whatever.
Yeah. And the other reason why I just gave it a little bit lower is just that price point.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey, but
yeah.
it pretty much everything from Prairie has been pricey.
Yeah.
So
You kind of know what you're getting.
Probably because of the distance.
Yeah,
And the
maybe
difficulty it is that
they don't probably make
Yeah.
as many batches, or because we're so far away from them.
Yeah, and I'm sure
it's harder to get
locally.
They're like a dime a dozen, maybe.
Right, you can buy them at the 99-cent stores.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But Oklahoma, never been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of far away from California. So, what was that one? That one, Grapes of Wrath, where they call them Okies. I don't know if that's still a bad thing to call people from Oklahoma. I don't know.
Okies?
Okies? I don't know. It's a funny word. I like saying that word. But anyways, maybe it's not. Maybe it's still like looked frowned. It's frowned upon. I don't know. But anyways, that's kind of what it reminded me of. It teaches them.
Yeah, you know what? And the thing is that I haven't seen this 6-pack or this beer anywhere else. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Except for Mickey's.
Mickey's, yeah.
Mickey's
so
Liquor.
there's
On
that.
Valley.
So it's like bragging rights,
Yeah.
bragging points, whatever you want to call it. We're trying the El Segundo Brewing Company Citra Blue House Pale Ale. Look at that. We got this at Mickey's for $6.99, not including the 25% off. I figured it would be a nice comparison between the Prairie.
Both are just pale ales, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. I would assume that this is more traditional.
I'm gonna take a look at that color. Check that out. Hazy for sure. Not super duper hazy. But pretty good color. El Segundo. Been hearing a lot of good stuff, reading a lot of good stuff about
Very
it.
underrated.
Yes, very underrated. Smells very hoppy.
Smells
good.
good.
Smells very good.
There's some things that traditional just wins.
You just can't beat sometimes.
Over like experimental beers.
Yeah, because even
or
though
hybrid, whatever.
because even though they kind of give you the they surprise you. There's nothing like just good old gravy.
It smells good. It smells kind of fruity.
Whoa, that's very citrusy.
Wow.
That's very citrusy.
It's hoppy, but not like it has bite hoppy.
That's surprisingly easy to drink.
Yeah.
This, I would say, what? This is a little similar to the Prairie that we just had. It's similar in sort of the amount of bite that it has.
Yeah.
Not so much the flavor. I mean, the flavors are kind of there, not really, but I think it's very drinkable, just like the Prairie. It's
very light.
Very light. It's mellow. This tastes like it has a lemon in it. Like some people like to put the lemon in their Coronas and all that stuff. Not as lemony as that, but it tastes a little bit like you get those lemon flavors in there.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Zesty.
Yeah, it's zesty. That's what it is. It's good. But yeah, this is surprisingly good.
I would say it's very round tasting, if that makes sense. So it's very balanced. It's very.
There's no harsh
Yeah.
Very no harsh point. Yeah.
No triangles. I wonder if anyone's gonna get
that. I get it because it's rounded out. All the tastes are rounded out.
Yes.
It's not too sharp in one particular
Yes.
thing. One quality. There you go. One particular quality of it. Man, I feel dark.
I feel the Prairie was very triangle.
Yeah, it kind of was. There was a lot of sharpness in certain things. You can kind of pick certain notes out a little bit better.
Very distinct in very certain ways.
And this one, it's more like full bodied. It kind of gives you a little more balance.
What the fuck?
Like throwing newspapers or stuff.
Your neighbor got 2 newspapers.
Yeah. Oh, we're in La Puente, by the way. So, what do you think?
This is very traditional. It's very typical as what you would expect from an ale.
I wouldn't say not bad, though. Not like
no, it's good.
Bland. No, this is really good. This is a lot. Maybe because of the Citra that they're using. I think they use just that one, right? Or something?
I don't know.
Can't remember.
It's very IPA-ish.
Yes, it is. It's IPA-ish, but it's almost becoming an IPA. Not
Right.
quite, you
Yeah.
know. It's still pale, which is really good. I like this a lot. This is probably a really good summer drink.
Yeah, it's for someone who wants that IPA taste without the feel and alcohol percentage, since it's it.
And if you don't want to go with the standard IPAs, or you know, Founders has that all-day IPA,
Oh yeah.
which is supposed to be pretty mellow. Might have
Yeah.
to try that.
If we can get our hands on it.
If we can get our hands on it, yeah. Which we might. It's not impossible. But yeah. So, anyways, so what do you think? Is it worth the $7? Do you think?
It is.
I think so too. I think it's very much worth the $7. I think this would be great as a 6-pack.
Yeah, it would.
That would be really great. I'd buy that as a 6-pack.
And yeah, and you could totally down that yourself and be cool.
Yeah. I like that a lot. I like this one. You know what? Also, Segundo Brewing Company, they have a lot of really exciting beers that I really want to try, just because like when they describe it and everything, it just what they have and what they're kind of going for, it just seems like it's like this is right up my alley, you know. So definitely have to try them out. Maybe we should pay a visit. It's not also Segundo ain't that far from us. It's just a little past Long Beach.
It's not too far.
Inglewood, I think I said last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's try them out. What do you give it so far?
For an ale, I will give it a 9.
Surprising. I would give this a 8-9. Okay. An 8-9. This is really good. The only reason why I give it a little bit low is because the lemony taste is fine, but the more you drink it, it gets a little bit more lemonier, you know, citrusier. And I'm not a big fan of throwing the whole lemon in your beer thing. So it's good. I would kind of break this up maybe throw a more traditional Sierra Nevada Pale Ale in between the mix before I do the, you know, maybe alternate just to kind of throw it off a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, this is good. I like it. And hopefully, if Eric comes back, we will try some darker beers, as it is getting darker
and cold.
Well, Los Angeles, Southern California cold.
Well, cold to us.
Cold to us, yes. It's almost 70 degrees. It's cold, you know. Anyway, so yeah, check them out. El Segundo. We should probably go there for sure. We should probably go there. So yeah. Until next time.
All right. See you later.